Hello everyone and welcome back, and it is time for another cast. I think that I'm going to upload this on the same day as my past cast, but what are you going to do about it? We are back to our normal WCS software. Anyway, it's going to be a PvP on Acid Plant. It's going to be down in the bottom right. We have the red Protoss player. It's going to be Showtime, and up in the top left is going to be the blue Protoss player, Hearthstone. Now, I want to do something with this whole video, and I'm going to do 3 mirror matchups in a row in this one video, because we don't have a single mirror matchup on my entire channel. We don't have a lot of videos on my channel, but we don't have a single mirror matchup on my entire channel. So I want to start doing mirror matchups, but it seems like, I don't know, if people don't like mirror matchups, I don't want to make separate videos, record them separately, and upload them separately, and have like my views plummet from 2 to 1. Because nobody watches my videos. But my point is that I want to do mirror matchups, and I also want to start doing them. And I figured what better way to start doing them than doing all 3 in a row. So that means in this video we're going to be seeing 6 different players. That never happens. Alright, so we have a double gateway opening here for Showtime, and we have a double gateway opening here for Hearthstone. Everything completely normal. This is how PvP generally works. Now remember, this is my first time ever casting a mirror matchup, so I might not be very good at it. Where is this probe going? Are we going to be seeing a proxy? Proxy Stargate, maybe? Possibly. Very, very possible. Very likely, considering the probe's path that has been changed recently. Okay, never mind. No proxy. Not as of yet. I don't know what changed it. Maybe because Hearthstone saw this probe from Showtime scouting. Maybe that's why it changed. Whatever. Regardless of why it changed, it does not look like we're going to be seeing a proxy today. Aww. Everybody moan with me. Aww. Double Stalker coming out, and for both players, very normal stuff. These Stalkers are cute to attack the probe, and I'm assuming these Stalkers are very soon going to be told to attack the probe too. Come on. Showtime. There we go. See, told you. Pylon coming down here for the soon-to-be expansion at the 2-minute 20-second mark. For both players, the Pylon coming down. So basically, virtually identical build so far, and this is what we see a lot of times in mirror matchups, right? This is a Hearthstone Pylon, right? Yeah, okay. Probes can't outrun Stalkers, right? No. Maybe? I guess so. I never knew this. Okay, fine. Double Stargate. Well, no, not double Stargate. Stargate opening for both of these players, not double Stargate for any one of them. And like the Stalkers join up with a probe, and now they're going to be escorts. Except for these ones. These ones decide to go for the attack. But these Stalkers decide to just be an escort for the probe. Okay, probe, you are safe. We've done our duty. And these Stalkers like, we're going to hold the middle of the map. It's very interesting. Double Adept, shading on, well, wherever. They want to loop around. Oh, look at that. See, look at this. Seemingly identical build. So far, the only thing different is going to be an Oracle instead of the Phoenix. Because Hearthstone is going for that Phoenix. But these Adepts are going to find each other in the middle of the map. Shading around. I don't know what's happening. Okay, maybe the Stalker is going to be here to intercept the Shade, which did not finish. Stalkers are here to intercept these Adepts. They killed that one Adept, but now they, and the Stalkers are. See, very interesting stuff. Very action-packed. Oracle coming down over here to do some stuff. Warp Gate research is being completed for both of these players virtually at the same time. Phoenix are here. They're definitely going to be able to intercept this Oracle. So I don't think the Oracle is going to get a lot done. But, you know, never know. Robotics Robotics Facility, not bad. Robotics Bay comes after the Robotics Facility. Being warped on in here for Showtime. And Natural Base just finished for Showtime. Oracle casting Revelation down over here. Natural Base about to finish for Hearthstone. Are there any upgrades? Is there a Forge on the map at all? Yeah, here we go. There's structures. No Forge. Not yet. What's the APM like for these players? We have an average of 300 for both players. Very good. Okay. Resources lost is Showtime is losing in terms of that, and the income, Showtime is ahead in terms of that, so it works out. Everything works out. It's the circle of life. Adepts shading on, shading on. Phoenix fleet getting a little bit scary. Very Wings of Liberty like, only this is like more against Zerg. Like you got 4 Phoenix and you go to the bases, and that way you're able to deal with queens, you're able to deal with queens, and you're able to pick off workers easily. Very Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm style, I guess. These adepts are here. Might try and shade into the base. Coming in, pylon blockage maybe. Nope, adepts are in. And they are instantly picked off by these Phoenix. I gotta say I was confused. I thought that these Phoenix were Hearthstone's Phoenix. But Hearthstone's Phoenix fleet is getting nice and big. Getting really big. Gonna be able to pick up those immortals when they eventually come into play, which is very useful. It really helps. So far, not a sign of a robotics facility here for Hearthstone. Instead, he has double Stargate, as opposed to Showtime, who has a Stargate, double Stargate, and a canceled robotics facility, I guess. What? Yeah, he canceled that robotics facility. So it looks like these both of these players are opting to go to for Phoenix. A lot of Phoenix. Hearthstone is planning on expanding, and Showtime says no, you don't, and he casts the pylon over there, which the Stalkers will start to work on. Quick pause, I guess, in the game. Oh, why do I not have the section? Oh, Fleet Beacon coming up for Hearthstone. Interesting. Fascinating. So we're going to be seeing Carriers, Tempest. He's really trying to get this thing into the late game as quick as possible. So far, no signs of either of these players committing to any really attack. Oh my god, both of these pawns just barely not able to see the other. What happened here? Maybe hallucinated Phoenix? It could not have been a hallucinated Phoenix because there are no sentries. So it must have been a real Phoenix or something else. What's the 10 Phoenix to 9 Phoenix? So right now, Showtime actually has more Phoenix than Hearthstone. +1 ship weapons. No, what is this for? Intercept? Or no, this is for Phoenix range. So Phoenix range upgrade is being researched right now for Hearthstone, which is a very useful upgrade, especially when you're dealing against very annoying hackers. Okay. Pylons being placed all around the map for both of these players. I gotta be honest, I never do this. Because ever since that pylon nerf, I guess you could call it, that pylons do slow warpins now. That probe is like, I'm gonna rebuild the pylon. The Stalker's like, we're still here. We're still here. So these Phoenix do not have their range. No, they do have their range upgrade complete. These Phoenix, for Showtime's Phoenix, they don't have it complete yet, but it is being researched. So that's something. Right now, the army supply shows 30 to 32. Showtime is in the lead. And he's going to be doing some stuff. These Phoenix are just cruising over this base, and this is like, Phoenix are so much fun to control. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy controlling them. You got like pick up ability. It always feels good when you're able to pick something up and quickly kill it. What are the workers lost? Looking at. So far, Hearthstone has been able to kill 3 workers, and Showtime has only been able to kill 1. Hearthstone has been able to kill 8 units, and Showtime has only been able to kill 6. This means that the resources lost. Yes, Hearthstone has a lot less resources lost. The income is showing that Hearthstone is in the lead for minerals and in the lead for gas, but barely by both. Gas by 200 and minerals by only 100. Forge coming in here for Hearthstone for those upgrades. Does Showtime have a forge? He does not. Big battle going on over here. These Phoenix are attacking. Who has the superior number of Phoenix? Showtime has the superior Phoenix, but and they both have the Phoenix range, right? Yeah. That's the only upgrade other than Warping that's on the map right now. This base is up and running, and this base is up and running too, so it is 3 base to 3 base. These builds are virtually the same. It is amazing how identical they are. Why do I keep on doing this? Why do I keep on pressing S? It's very annoying. Okay, what else is going on? More Phoenix are being warped in. It is now 4 Stargates. So, like, you know how people say 4x? This is 4 Stargates. I don't think that there are a lot of games that this happens. This is the first ever PvP that I've ever seen 4 Stargates in, but maybe that's just because I haven't seen a lot of PvP. But whatever. I got a bit of a cold. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Well, not a cold. I have a stuffy nose, which is really the worst part of having a cold, right? And the cough. Coughing and coughing. Excuse me. Expanding down here is the Showtime, and Hearthstone has not yet done that. This pylon is like hanging on within an inch of its life, and nope, it's gonna die now. Goodbye, pylon. We miss you. These Phoenix, come on, go save the pylon. Charge! Charge to war! These Phoenix coming in. We're gonna intercept the coming in Phoenix. What are the units like? Who has a superior number? Equivalent number of Phoenix right now. And these Phoenix decide, you know what? The pylon is for naught. We shall not save it. And now they come and kill the star. Wow. Oh, I never even noticed that the Phoenix attack looks different when it has that upgrade. That's cool. I never noticed that. Did you guys notice that? I never noticed that. There's a single zealot. Is that like the only zealot that Hearthstone has? No, he has 2 zealots. Probably just for map awareness. Mothership Core coming in here for showtime. Takes so long to build these, it's unbelievable. Mothership Core coming in for Hearthstone now. And I don't think that he knows that there's a Mothership Core coming
successful.
in. Wow, that was cool. That was cool. Look at all these Phoenix. This is a massive Phoenix fleet. Oh god, there's gotta be a way to counter this. I'm surprised that neither player has found a way to counter Mass Phoenix. What can you do to counter Mass Phoenix? I don't know. Wait a second. There are 32 Phoenix, so I think 41 Stalkers should be able to kill 32 Phoenix. Maybe not actually, because yeah, maybe not. Never mind. Okay, I guess that there aren't a lot of counters for Mass Phoenix. Who thought? Who would have thought? Carriers are on the way for both of these players. +1 ship weapons is being researched right now for showtime. Yeah. 3 carriers are on the way for Hearthstone. 2 carriers are on the way for showtime. Mothership Core is about to finish here. There was a bit of a skirmish in here. I don't know whether or not you guys saw that. 7 workers went down. What's the income? 2,000, 1,000 for Hearthstone, 2,000, 1,000 for Showtime. A little bit like different, a few differences in the 100 ranges, but not that much that it matters at this point. Look at all these Phoenix. Wow, it's like 2 pages of Phoenix. Whew, that's a lot of Phoenix. I'm gonna be honest with you. Little have I seen that many Phoenix. Resources lost. Oh my god. Oh, never mind, not oh my god. I thought that there was an extra 0 over here. Hearthstone has lost exactly 4,000 more resources than Showtime. So Showtime is in the lead right now. Carrier, the upgrade for Carrier launch speed of interceptors is being researched right now for both players. This game is just virtually identical. I could see why PvP is so difficult. Because how are you supposed to beat your opponent when the only thing you can do is just get more stuff than her? Ooh, so many Phoenix coming in over here. That is freaking. It's so scary. I've never seen so many Phoenix in all of my time at StarCraft. I mean, I've been playing StarCraft for a while, and I've never seen this much Phoenix. This has got to be like not normal. This has got to be more Phoenix than usual. There are some Phoenix doing some harassment. Well, oh, not some. 13, 14 workers, 15 workers, and then these Phoenix over here, 11 workers, 16 workers for the Showtime have gone down, and 11 workers for Hearthstone have gone down in that whole chaotic situation. More workers for Hearthstone are going to be falling. 16. He has tied up the workers lost. What is the full amount? Workers killed 26 to 19. Hearthstone is in the lead in that area. We got a pylon over here blocking Showtime's next expansion. And Showtime's like, okay, I'll kill your probes. Now it's 17 probes. More Phoenix down here. Not smart considering there are 2 cannons. Being able to kill only 3 probes, which is it's not really worth it. Like, I mean, it's not worth it. Oh my god, they just lift and automatic kill 26 probes, 30 probes, 31 probes. Oh my god, workers killed 34 probes in total. Showtime has been able to kill 34 workers total. So while this is going on, there's another attack over here that was able to kill 9 workers. 38 workers down in total in that whole attack. And probably 1 more over here. Oh, no, there's 3 more over here. 39, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. More workers are being killed right here. Yep, more workers are being killed. 18 workers went down for Showtime, but 45 workers went down for Hearthstone. So I think that if Showtime could just hunker in for a little bit. Hunker in, oh my god. Look at all the units killed, and most of them are just probes. So I think that if Showtime can hunker in for a little bit, survive, he's going to be in a pretty good position a little bit later, like 5 minutes later. And that is very good. Very good for Showtime. Carriers and Mothership coming in over here. This is really the beef of the army. Like, this is the army. They're gonna team up with the Phoenix right about now, and they're gonna launch their attack on this base. Shield batteries and cannons trying to help. Phoenix wants to roll in there and take down this mothership. What's it called? Revelation cast down on both of these armies, so the mothership's not very, useful. Like, they're not very important in this fight. Exactly. I can't even see who's winning this game. I guess we just have to look at the arms. Oh, that's what. Yep. Okay. Hearthstone is in the lead, and told you Showtime was gonna be able to win. I said Hearthstone was in the lead. My bad. Showtime was in the lead, and Hearthstone was able to win. Because he had a bigger army. Because Showtime had to spend so much time and resources replacing all of those workers that were killed. All of those 64 workers that were killed, whereas Hearthstone only had to replace 44, which is still a lot. But still, he only had to replace 44. And that is why Showtime was able to win, because he did not have to replace nearly as many workers, and that way he was able to spend that money and time and resources making Phoenix and carriers. So that's the PvP replay. Coming up soon is going to be the next cast in this big video situation, the second cast, the second mirror matchup. It is the TVT between Future and I forgot who the other player was because I downloaded this a while ago. So anyway, up in the top left, we have the red Terran player. It is going to be Future, who's going to start building his supply depot. And in the bottom left, it's going to be Semper, the blue Terran player. And this is going to be the TVT part of this whole series, I guess you could call it. Alright, let's see if it is similar to the PvP. Personally, I like playing TVT more than PvP, just because I love Cyclones, and they're fun. They're a fun unit, and I love them. And in TVT, it usually begins with the Cyclones. A bit of a late GLHF from both of these players, because they want to get their macro going before they start throwing that out. Okay, so now that the GLHF has... Why is the barracks down here? I am so confused. This isn't a proxy, by the way, guys. For a second I thought, oh, proxy, and then I was like, no, red, and red. This doesn't normally happen, right? So I am so confused. Yep. I'm confused. Okay, I guess we'll find out if there's a reason. Oh! Is it for quicker Reaper access? I think it might be because of that. I think he wants his Reaper to have a less distance to travel. Okay, fine. I don't know how much of a difference it is, but it's got to be a difference. Okay, well, the Reaper is coming out later than Semper's Reaper, so Future did not gain a lot of time by that, because his Reaper is going to be later than Semper's Reaper. But if you take a look, both of these players, instant production on their factory. What is Future doing? Why is he putting his buildings in such weird places? I don't understand this. Is it for quicker Cyclone access? Could that be it? I don't think so, because if he put his factory over here, that would be quicker Cyclone access. I'm so confused. I'm so very confused. Another Reaper coming out here for Future, another Reaper coming out here for Semper too. These Reapers are gonna meet each other in the middle of the map. That Reaper got the first shot off, and Future's Reaper got the Gate 8 charge off. So bit of a stalemate over there. Future's Reaper is gonna be playing base defense. A starport coming in over here. The factory is done and is producing that Hellion. Hellions are also a lot of fun. I like both Hellions and Cyclones. I like anything on wheels, really. It's just awesome. Personally, I like Terran more. I get it. Like, I understand it. It makes it simpler. Protoss, you have to worry about warping in stuff, then like Colossus and Splash and all this stuff. Whereas Terran is just like, no. You have a barracks, you make units. You have a factory, you make units. It's constant production. It's fun. It's good. I like it. So Hellion and Double Reaper out for both these players. So far, yep, identical builds. But it looks like I think Future won that battle, unless Semper is able to kill these Reapers, unless he's able to hunt them down. But remember, these Reapers have tissue regeneration, or whatever it's called. What's it called? I don't know. Adrenal glands. No, not adrenal glands. Adrenal gland is for infestors, and it has nothing to do with health. I can't remember what it's called. Whatever. Cyclone over here, killing that Reaper. Killing the Reaper. Yep, killing the Reaper. No, killing the Hellion. Oh no, the Reaper killed the Reaper. Aha. The Grim Reaper. Cloak coming in over here for what? For Banshee. Okay, Cloak Banshee. Remember, Semper does not know about this because it's in such a weird position. It is a weird position. I don't care what you have to say. Believe it or not, on this map, this is the map that I won my first TVT. That I actually knew what I was doing. So like I made Cyclones, and the guy that I was playing against didn't make Cyclones. He just made a lot of Marines. So I had like 4 Cyclones, and I dropped some Mules, and I A-moved, and I won. And it was fun. And it made me feel very good about it. Anyway, Cloak is almost done for future. He is starting production on the Banshee, which is also, you know, halfway done, I guess you could say. Cyclone versus Cyclone. This Cyclone is a little bit injured, but this Reaper, there's a Reaper here that can kill. So now it's Cyclone versus double Cyclone, which is a problem. This base is being shelled, or it's not being shelled, and it is being shelled. Okay, now we have a Banshee over here. Scan coming down, and the lock-on ability taking care of that Banshee in a second. So neatly handled by Semper. That was amazing. It was just, okay, Banshee, scan, lock-on, boom, in a second. That's what Hotkeys does for you guys. And like, and being quick, and a quick APM. Let's look at the APM for a second. An average of 200 for, well, 250 for both players. Semper's a little bit ahead with 270. Tank is over here now. Gonna be able to lock down these Cyclones when they eventually get here. This Cyclone is so dead. Never mind, it's alive, but it's like wounded. Marines are out here, now it's dead. Never mind. SCV is being pulled to fight. Not what you want to see, especially not against Cyclone. Look at how these guys get evaporated. Tank over here splits on the Cyclone so that the tank gets splashed. The Cyclones are in the minimum fire distance, and now the Cyclones are just in the base causing havoc. You have 2 Cyclones shutting down in your base. You don't have anything. You've got a Banshee. Does Semper have a scan? Yes, he does. He does have a scan available. That's going to be very useful. Oh, preemptive scan, actually. And the Banshee is now out of the scan radius. Does he have another scan? I don't think he has another scan. What are you going to do? Banshee very low on HP, being healed up by these SCVs. What else is going on? Stimpack is being researched right now for Semper. Am I saying this right? Semper. I don't see why I shouldn't be. I don't know a lot of pro players. I know who Future is, but I don't really know who Semper is. But I'm assuming I'm saying his name right. Double Marines being made right now for Semper. Or for Future. Now I'm getting that confused. Banshee just finished up, so now there are 3 Banshees on the field right now for Future. And what is Semper's tech of choice? He's getting his starport. He's got his factory on the reactor. Or he's got his factory making a reactor. He's got his barracks. He might be transitioning to bio. Whenever I play TVT, I always transition into mech. I love mech so much. Banshee's flying down here. Gonna be able to do some damage if they cloak and Semper's not ready for Future. Okay. Scan is blown up, lock-on ability, but now the Banshees are out of the distance of the scan. And they have taken down those Cyclones. And now there's a tank and some Marines. The tank can siege up and start showing that bunker easily. Marines are being taken down. The Banshees are in the distance of they were flying in the distance, in the range of the missile strike. They were being hit, and these Banshees are really low on HP. Tank is just shelling this bunker, just being a mineral dump for Semper. Semper has to keep on using minerals to heal that bunker. And his own bunker is cancelled for Future. Future is here pulling on the attacking. The Marines don't want to engage against the tank until these Banshees cloak run out, and now the cloak has run out, and I think the Marines will start to attack the tank soon. Stim forward and get into the minimum firing distance of the tank, and start killing the tank soon, I think. My prediction. What I would do, I might lose because of it, that's what I would do. No, he's waiting for his medevac so that he could drop him, so he doesn't have to lose any Marines. Okay, smart. I can respect that. Medevac is here. Are you gonna load up? Just load up and drop on the tank. It's not that difficult. Okay, now he's the stim, like I told you 2 seconds ago. I don't see why he didn't do that the first time. Like, I don't see why he didn't do that earlier. He could have saved some minerals. Semper didn't have to repair that thing the entire time. Whatever. I digress. SCV's up here planning on going for that 3rd base. Marines with combat shields, looking so awesome, hutting their way. Tanks coming down over here too. We've got a Yoruba. So Yoruba. It's like Mexican. It sounds Mexican. Marine just getting some map awareness. Semper does scan this, sees all of Future's army, and decides not to move. Now Future boosts his drop back into his main base because I think he caught a whiff of Semper that he was planning on dropping. And Semper heals up his Marines and is going again. I think there was an attack that I missed. There might have been an attack. Taking down this Marine over here, loading up so that none of the Marines can die. Well, no, one of the Marines died, and the other Marine is very low on health. And look at this, tanks and Marines versus just Marines. I wonder who wins that. Engagement. Medevacs boosting around, staying away from the main army of Future, because right now Semper's power is in his mobility. Also, Semper is going for his third base, which is Banshee does spot and takes down that Marine. SCV, my bad. But the Banshee is gone, even though there was a scan. Banshee killing more SCVs right now. More Marines, the Marines and the tanks are coming up, and with a big, powerful army. Look at these Marines, they are on fire. Tanks sieging up, Marines getting evaporated by Marines, tanks firing on Marines. Okay, and now this third base is under direct assault, but look over here. Now Semper's drops that we were talking about earlier are now cleaned up this natural base of Future. So the income is like has just plummeted from Future. We've got some Liberators over here sending the Defender Circles, Marines jumping out of the Defender Circles, attacking the Liberators, SCVs being called off the line to fight. This attack right here has been a bit of a stalemate. Future is deciding to drop right inside the main base. Let's see whether or not that works out. They decide against it at the end of the day. Marines are attacking, like destroying all the production of Future, and I think that Future lost that. Yep, and Future loses the game. So, Future, where did he go wrong? I guess he was just out of position. That's the only reason why Future went wrong. Okay, that was the Terran cast of this whole thing, and I will be right back with the Zerg cast of this whole thing if you hold tight for just a second. Hello everyone, Hello everyone, and welcome back to the third and final cast of this video situation. It's going to be the ZVZ. I saved it for last because a lot of people don't like ZVZ. So spawning down in the bottom right of Catalyst, we're going to have the red Zerg player. It is going to be Lambo, and in the top left, it's going to be the blue Zerg player. It is going to be Zanster. Now, I don't know who Lambo is, but I know who Zanster is. As usual, I only know who one of the players are. So let's see who wins. Alright, game's getting underway. I made that intro really quickly. So now there's like a bit of a situation, like a bit of a hold. Overlord coming in over here, I guess scouting for proxy hatch or something. This Overlord is going to take a while to get over here. Guys, please, I implore you, Worker Scout, I beg of you, please. I know that you don't have a lot of workers as Zerg, but please. Who is it? Falcon Paladin, one of the best StarCraft casters alive, Worker Scouts. So that should tell you something. Also, in the past, or no, not in the past, recently I've grown to have less and less respect for the meta, quote unquote. You know, the whole idea of, oh, you have to go for Phoenix opening with your starport, otherwise the Oracle's going to do some damage. And like the whole idea of you have to do certain builds, otherwise there are ways to counter any other build. I've grown to not like that more and more and more because I find that often players have a build that works, but then the meta shifts for a tiny bit, and they think, well, just because I don't know how to counter the build that I'm doing doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't know how to counter the build I'm doing. Guess what? You could still do that build, and it might work even if it's not part of the meta. Just because it's part of the meta doesn't mean that it's the only thing that could work. It just means that it's the thing that the pro players prefer to do. But guess what? You know what else the pro players prefer to do? They prefer not to Worker Scout, and you know how I feel about that. Please Worker Scout, everybody, please. But whatever, I digress. I will never digress, but I digress. Spawning pool finishing up for both players. It looks like Lambo decided to go for a hatch into a extractor into a spawning pool, and it looks like Zanster decided to go for a spawning pool into an extractor into a hatch. Or no, a spawning pool into a hatch into an extractor. There we go. There we go. Or maybe it was something else. Whatever. The point is, Lambo went for his hatchery before Zanster went for his hatchery, and that's all we have to know. Oh god, the dragging mouse clicky situation went a little bit crazy right there for a second. So what is going on? What's going on, everybody? A lot of lings actually here for Zanster. That's more lings than normal. Spine crawler instantly tossed up here for Lambo. He realizes, ling sort of flood. what did these things accomplish? They did not kill the queen. Did they kill any workers? They killed 2 workers. No, they killed 2 workers. Yeah, they killed 2 workers. Overlords over here for Xanster, getting some good map vision. Right now, the army situation is army supply 7 for both players. Units show 3 lings to 1 ling and 3 queens to 3 queens, and that's it. What is going to be the tech of choice? So they're going for a lair, pretty early lair for both players actually. What is it? Lambo decided to go for his lair in the natural, and Xanster decided to go for his lair in the main base, which is much more. Pretty early lair actually. Usually we see like a Baneling Ling thing followed up by roaches and ravagers, and then at like the 5, 6, 7 minute mark we'll start seeing the lair. That's usually what happens in these games, I think, but not today. +1 missile attack is being researched right now for Lambo, so he's definitely going to be going for those roaches. Yeah, that's this. The roach warren is right here. I never even realized it. And for Xanster up here, his roach warren is also going to be part of his wall. The drone over here trying to go for the 3rd base. Xanster wants that extra income, and the drone over here going for the 3rd base, juking this Zergling. Excuse me. Again, I have a cold, or I have a stuffy nose, but like it feels like a cold. We've got what's this called? Oh my god, I know whenever I'm casting, I always forget what the upgrades are called. Roach speed, we're gonna call it that. There we go. Roach speed. We got roach speed coming up for both players, for both Xanster and Lambo. I didn't even look at the screen. I closed my eyes and looked up for a second because I want to remember the name. The 3rd base is coming up for both players. We've got an Overseer in the main base for, we've got Lambo's Overseer in the main base for Xanster. In Xanster's main base. There we go. That makes sense. And he runs away without seeing a lot. Because remember, the Roach Warren is down here. Does Lambo know about the Roach Warren? He does not. And does Xanster know about the Roach Warren over here? He does. So, there we go. I would like to see a 2-base Muta. Actually, I'm interested in seeing that, but, you know, whatever. I'm okay with anything, really. Why? Oh, those were roaches. Okay, fine. 3rd base just popped for Lambo. 3rd base about to pop for Xanster. Overseer being shot at by queens. Workers coming down here. +2 missile attack coming in for Lambo. +1 missile attack is just about to finish for Xanster. Is it called adrenal glands? Adrenal glands, that's it. There we go. Yeah, adrenal glands. I think it's called adrenal glands. It's roach speed. Roach speed. I'm just gonna call it roach speed. Forget it. I'm done. I give up. Overseer being shot at by queens. +1 immunized carapace. +1 armor for his ground stuff. Is coming in right now for Lambo. And +2 missile attack has just started for Xanster. Roaches being made by both players. Overlords being made by both players. So far it's just a roach situation, which I love to watch. I love watching roaches. Fight it out. It's like trench warfare. In fact, I'm pretty sure the first pro level game that I ever watched was cast by Husky. It was a ZVZ, and it was between Nurchio and Xanster, I think. It was very interesting. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. I was blown away by how well they were able to macro. I was like, wow, these players are good. And my brothers were like, yeah, they're pros. Okay, what else is going on over here? We've got some Ravagers being made right now. I think it's the first Ravager ever made on the field. Yes, it is. It's the first Ravager. First Ravager is here for Xanster. Roaches scurrying up over here. Creep spread, spotting them, as you can see.
Our forces are under attack.
Queen shooting down the Overseer over there. Roaches and Ravagers. Corrosive Bile being used to break down these rocks. Much more Ravagers. It's going to be 4 Ravagers to 2 Ravagers. So that's twice as many Ravagers, if you don't know how to do math. Careful. Alright, Corrosive Bile not hitting for either place. Corrosive Bile being launched, not hitting anything for either place. Look at that, Mike. Very good. Very good. Very impressive. +1 missile attack is about to finish for Lambo. He's gonna be slightly ahead of Xanster for just a short while, and he wants to make something happen in that short while. Trying to keep an eye on the production, make sure nobody goes to expire while I'm not looking or something. Hydralisk then is being morphed in here for Xanster right now. It's gonna be those little machine gunners behind the riflers that are the roaches. I'm just comparing this to trench warfare. You got the rifles, which are the roaches. You got the artillery, which is the ravagers, and you've got the machine guns, which are the hydralisks. But the hydras are squishy, so they need the roaches to back them up. I gotta tell you, Hydra Ultra composition is terrifying. It's so simple and it's terrifying. Unless the it's terrifying. Yeah, it's terrifying in all situations, especially against any ground army. Against an air army, it's not as terrifying because you don't have to worry about the ultras. You just have to worry about the hydras. But hydras, believe it or not, are pretty good anti-air. I don't know if you've noticed. Hydra speed being upgraded right now for Xanster. +2 armor being made for Xanster. Burrow move is being upgraded right now for Lambo, and Burrow is being upgraded right now for Lambo as well. +2 missile attack is about to finish there for Xanster. Let's see whether or not he starts on +3. Does he have the lair? He does not have the lair, so he cannot start +3. And meanwhile, this whole thing is still going on while I was telling you guys about all of that. Xanster is supply blocked, but he's basically maxed out. These players got maxed out at the 8-minute mark. Zerg players, if you're not maxed out at the 8-minute mark, you're doing something wrong, because these players are, and they are, because they're pros. Look at those pros and battles getting some shots off from both players, on both players. Big battle coming over here. I want to zoom out just a little bit so I can capture the full feel. Right now, Lambo's army has been split. 6 hydras are being made for Xanster right now. Burrow move has been completed for Xanster, and as you can see them, kind of. Wait, no, Xanster can see how Lambo has Burrow move. Lambo is going for his lurker den, and he is getting the, there's the Hydra den that's going for the Hydra ring. There we go. I'm assuming you guys saw that I had muted it out for a second there. I had not. I was just thinking. Big battles on 2 fronts coming over here. I want to zoom out so I can switch off easily between the two. Corrosive battles being hit on both of them. This battle is slightly being cleaned up from both players. It's not nearly as many units. And this battle, and these roaches want to kill this base. They're Burrow moving along. No, come on, Burrow, move along. Do you know about the base? You don't know about the base. That sucks. Alright, roaches, killing hydras, and then burrowing to get out of there. But there is an overseer, and he's just barely not able to see it. No, yeah, now he's able to see it. Lambo's roaches are moving up in here, and they're all gonna die. They are all gonna die. They are completely surrounded. They are all gonna die. Meanwhile, Lambo just took down the 4th base location of Xanster, and Lambo has his 4th base up and running. So that was a win. Definitely a win. And now Xanster's like, okay, he took down my 4th base. I gotta make something happen right now. He's been on the, Xanster has been on the defensive the entire time. Xanster decides, okay, I gotta make something happen. He leaves some roaches and hydras for base defense, but he is going to be attacking into this main army of Xanster shortly. And right now, Lambo has lurkers, or he's about to have lurkers. It feels like so long when you're waiting for them to pop here. 1 lurker pops. Not going to be the difference, but is going to definitely help. Lambo's roaches right here are being cleaned up easily. One of the workers killed. Lambo has been able to kill 4 workers. 7 workers he's able to kill them. So doing a lot of stuff. Big battle over here. It's so hard to keep track of all this. There's so much going on in ZVZ. Resources lost is 6,000 for Xanster and 5,000 for Lambo. And the income, Lambo is ahead by 300 minerals, and ahead by 1,000. No, not 1,000, like 600 gas. These roaches are still alive for Lambo, doing work. They were doing work until they died, and that is. Big army coming over here. Burrowed lurkers for both players, trying to do some stuff. Xanster has superior numbers, which I think is that's going to be the difference right here. Xanster is going to be able to take down this base, I think, without breaking a sweat, almost. Zoning out this army with his roaches, with his ravagers, corrosive vials hitting, and it's hard to see who's going to win. Lurkers attacking on in, corrosive vials missing for both players, and Lambo is bringing reinforcements right now, and Xanster's reinforcements are coming as well. Trying desperately to take down this 4th base is Xanster, but Lambo is defending. Xanster has his 4th base replanted and his 5th base done also, and now Lambo only has 4 bases. It is 4 bases to 5 bases, and hopefully the income is gonna start to peak again for Xanster. Changelings being pooped out here. Hydras running to the main army as reinforcements. The red and blue is, believe it or not, 50% of the difference. especially when it's just 2 Zergs. But whatever, I'm getting better at it. I'm just kidding. I'm able to tell the difference. I overreact. Whatever. Point is, there are 2 massive armies right over here doing stuff. They are just, it's a dance. It's a dance, really. Hydras, lurkers, roaches, some lurkers burrowed, some lurkers not burrowed. Zanster, none of his lurkers are burrowed because he is the offender. And just marching on into the 4th base location. He wants to go to the base. The hatchery is so low. Can he hit it? Just hit it. Boom. He takes down the 4th base location. It is 3 base to 5 base. More roaches in here for Zanster doing work. Target firing down these workers. Right now, this workers killed. Zanster has been able to kill 28 workers as opposed to... No, Lambo has been able to kill 28 workers as opposed to Zanster has only been able to kill 13. Zanster is still on the offensive, trying to do some stuff. There are changelings going over there. Interesting how they are actually lings. More roaches here for Lambo doing work down in the main base. Infestation pit just popped for Zanster. He wants to start going for that hive or infestors, but I'm assuming for that hive. I'm gonna be honest with you. Viper is actually coming out here for Lambo. He already has that infestation pit done. And the hive coming in over here for Zanster. And there are still 2 roaches over here. These workers, oh, they're gonna die. They are so gonna die. These, oh, no, never mind. Yep, okay, they were spotted. They were killed. Very good. This base trying to be replanted right here for Lambo. But Zanster says, no way. But Lambo says, yes way. I'm going to defend with everything that I've got. And you're not going to be able to do anything about it. But Zanster says, oh yeah? Boom. Forced to cancel on the 4th base. It is still 5 base to 3 base. And that is putting Zanster in a big lead. But remember, Zanster is losing a lot of workers to this attack, but he is still way ahead on the income in terms of minerals, in terms of gas. He is behind, believe it or not, which is going to hurt him a lot because Zerg would really want that gas. Big army over here on the choke point is Zanster not being able to like really use his full extent of the army. Lurkers down here for Lambo, taking out lurkers, blinding cloud, cast on lurkers, blinding cloud, cast on the entire army of Zanster really, and that shuts down Zanster's attack single-handedly or like fully. These roaches over here trying to do work, and Zanster's army is gonna, well, not Zanster's army, Zanster's borrowed roach pit squad cleanup crew is gonna come here and do some stuff. No, you missed the roaches! Oh, they juked out of the main base. That's awesome. Big battle coming over here. More stuff going on. Lurkers burrowing in. Roaches being hit by Cross Cloud and other roaches and Hydra's attack. Some stuff just chilling out over here. The Hydra wants to join the fight, but he's not able to. Poor guy. Hydra move speed is just now being upgraded for Zanster right now. 2 armies right over here. Lambo is the only one with upgrades with Vipers. More lurkers being made right now for Lambo. Changelings over here for Lambo, scouting out exactly what Zanster's army is doing. Lurkers target firing over here. Vipers abducting lurkers out of the ground. Is that legit? Can that actually happen? I never knew that. Zanster has a big army down here right in the middle of the map, and now the main army for Lambo has retreated, but he still has a lot of lurkers being able to hold this army back. And he's able to clean up that army in a second as well. Whew. So it is now 190 total supply for Xander, as opposed to 142 total supply for Lambo. Let's actually look at the army. It's 100 supply for Xander versus 100 supply for Lambo. It's a little bit different in terms of like 3-5 supply, but it's not that much of a difference that it can actually make a difference. Unless that 3-5 supply is like lurkers. GG from Lambo. Why was that a GG? Right, because of the 3 base to 5 bases and he wasn't able to expand. That's why it was a GG. He knew that he was just so far behind. Eventually, what was it? The income. Yeah, he was so far behind on the income as well. Eventually, I guess Zanster would have been able to take up to Ultras, to what do you call it? Broodlords, and he would have been able to cream Lambo. So, income, guys, I'm telling you, that was like the real decider match in this game. In most games, it's just sheer numbers, but in this game, it was full-out income. So that's it from me. This has been Hunter StarCraft bringing you 3 mirror matchups, all with 6 different players, 3 different races. Thank you so much for watching, and like the video, subscribe,